Societies around the world are facing complex, interrelated and global challenges that affect communities worldwide. These grand challenges call for setting new teams and new ways of innovating to find holistic solutions that can tackle these pressing issues and provide public value. The grand challenges of our times include issues relating to climate emergency and adaptation, food security, energy sufficiency, public health and rapid urbanization. Most of them are addressed at the global level by the 17 Sustainable Development Goals defined by the United Nations.
I am Emma Novak, a social science researcher working at the University of Livonia on a project called RiConfigure. I am interested in complex, interrelated challenges and the way people and institutions deal with them. In my studies, I look around, support and analyse new ways of innovating. I have come across creative local initiatives that actually respond to the needs of society.
Traditionally, innovation has been dominated by big and small companies, governmental agencies, universities and research organisations. Civil society is rarely included during the process, even though it possesses great creative competence and the expert knowledge that comes from being involved or affected by a topic.
A quadruple helix collaboration for innovation is a model that focuses on the interaction of the 4 sectors of society, namely research, business, government, and civil society. Innovation processes that adopt this model are inclusive of all stakeholders as active players, jointly creating and experimenting in the new ways of doing things to come up with new services and products. The idea is that interaction, complex interdependencies, and integration of diverse perspectives and participants are crucial for the success of an innovative system.
Several of the local initiatives that I have observed include collaborations across these 4 sectors. Along with my research team, we have seen that they often have the most effective and creative solutions.
To help other quadruple helix teams, I want to identify good practices in initiating, steering and navigating these collaborations. I'm happy to share some of the issues that QHCs encounter and how to go about them.
Civil society is an underrepresented actor in many collaborations. Involving citizens in innovation facilitates finding more inclusive and democratic solutions. Citizens' perspectives and experiences encourage solutions to societal challenges that respond to true societal needs.
We saw this in a collaborative project in the Netherlands. There, a regional council decided to invest efforts to boost the local economy and improve the quality life of citizens. The local government intended to focus on strategies for digitalization to bring about the desired changes. But once residents were invited to bring their ideas, needs and perspectives to the table, the government realized the most pressing issues for the local population were, in fact, the quality of and access to mobility. So the strategic focus shifted to reflect true challenges of those affected.
Collaborating towards innovation is a dynamic and adaptive process that occurs over time. The collaboration process is often a combination of different methods for engagement, such as co-creative workshops, citizen panels, dissemination activities, training or moderation. The methods to be used depend on the project's context and needs.
I once visited a collaborative project in Latin America that set out to empower female farmers in a deprived rural community. It became apparent quite quickly that a facilitator had to be hired to reach out to the community in order to understand their specific needs, support them in articulating their perspectives towards government officials, and build trust between them. A research centre and an agricultural startup were also involved in the project. A facilitator allowed the civil society representatives with less power and fewer resources to receive support in making their voices heard and achieving their goals.
In order to align the diversity of stakeholders involved in a quadruple helix collaboration, it is necessary to set common goals and mitigate different interests. This requires a lot of conversation, reflection, and even the setting of formal structures, such as steering groups.
I remember this small city in Austria, for example, where they decided to increase the use of renewable energy in their efforts to become climate neutral. Together with energy companies, the municipality wanted to build wind parks on the outskirts of the city. They decided to engage citizens from the start and organized a citizen panel. Many inhabitants and civil society organizations attended the meetings to bring forward their ideas, concerns and needs. Some were worried that wind parks would result in an increase in noise levels and negatively affect their neighborhoods. The need for calm and developed green recreational areas had to be reconciled with the goals of the city and the energy companies. Therefore, through a series of participatory and co-creative workshops with energy companies, environmental researchers, city council planning staff and citizens, a common goal was identified: to increase renewable energy resources to help mitigate climate change. With a common vision and increased mutual understanding, strategic options were discussed thoroughly. As a result, a new location for the wind parks was decided upon, and the city plans were highly supported by a great number of people.
Creating empathy and building trust are also key in innovative collaborations.
We have witnessed many processes in which a lack of mutual understanding leads to failure. In one particular urban renewal project that intended to boost community and build social housing, we sadly noticed that the civil society actor dropped out of the collaboration. They felt misunderstood and did not see that their perspectives and needs were considered seriously. Part of the problem was that the representatives from research, business and government used complex terms to describe situations and were not able to translate them properly to another field and to everyday concerns.
Avoiding jargon and expert language helps to build bridges between participants with different professional experiences and knowledge. It leads to simple, straightforward communication. This, in turn, increases the motivation of all members within a collaboration to contribute with their time, expertise and ideas towards achieving a common goal. Most quadruple helix collaborations are working towards a tangible product or a social innovation. This is their value output. They aspire to transformations that initiate a cultural shift and lead to positive economic, social and environmental improvements and mutual understanding across diverse societal actors.
Demonstrating impact is important not only on the basis of communication, but also to justify funding and receiving ongoing support. I once followed a public health project addressing dementia.
The stakeholders involved weren't expecting to produce tangible economic value. However, we were able to demonstrate the positive effects of the project on the well-being of those affected by dementia: patients, relatives, and health service providers. We did this by laying out the overall goals and the necessary steps to achieve them systematically. In this way, the effects and progress of the project, its impact, became comprehensible to funders and to all partners.
Drawing from research and experience on quadruple helix collaborations, there are 4 crucial aspects for success. Collaboration partners should: 1. Build structures, identify a common goal, and develop formal procedures to select and communicate with each other. 2. Foster interaction between different stakeholders through clear definitions and shared understanding of roles. 3. Agree on the value created by the collaboration, be it a product, service or other. And 4. Throughout the process, build trust and encourage continuous mutual learning.
Society wins, and we all win with innovation processes that rely on collaborations between the 4 sectors. And remember, we are all civil society, It is time to listen and participate in building our common future.